that brand storytelling is all about the consumer rather than the producer now, because like you said, the problem a lot of brands have is that what we market is ourselves. I do. Like there's this popular thing that these people that sells phone and gadgets that they do now is, if you will see it on all statuses, I sell, I buy, I swap. It's all about I. So I feel like now we don't have a reason, we don't give them a reason for them to see the need to buy. You are selling a shoe for 40,000. So why do you need presently? I need a shoe of 40,000. Why do you think presently I need a chicken of 500,000? Why do you think, okay, what you have been saying here is that brand storytelling is more about exposing to the consumers what they need rather than what we are giving them, so that we are not consumed by our aim to get money. We are just marketing ourselves. But like you used an example of a farmer now, so bringing to them how to be healthy now is about them being healthy, so they will rather see a reason to buy from you, because you are educating them on health. So they see that for you to be telling me what I need to be hygienic now, you must be very good at what you do.
The aim of this meeting is to show or to convey to brands about what it means. Because my own burden is that I found out that it's very easy for people to post. We just, as a brand, we just post, I buy, I sell this, I sell that, this is what I am selling, this is what I am doing. So the aim of this is to let people understand what it means to build a storytelling. So how to craft compelling narratives that people will know what it means, what you post. So we don't just post randomly. So we be a medium of strategic posting to people. So let's go with the introduction and the context first. And the question is, if you can share a brief background on the importance of brand storytelling, just about what it means, what it entails, the importance of when we say a brand as storytelling. Storytelling nowadays, it's something that is very crucial, even in every aspect, in churches, in every sector. So if you can just highlight in a few moments the importance of storytelling, sir.
All right. I actually prepare a slide. I don't know if that works. Should I share it or after the
No problem. You can be sharing it as you are speaking, as you can.
all right. Thank you so much. My name is Sam Olubumi, and thank you for having me. Thank you for the opportunity to be here. Today is such a privilege, which I do not take for granted. And I'm also sorry for I'm unable to make it down there, which that would be awesome. It has a lot to do with my license, and unfortunately, the person is not swift enough. So I actually prepared two slides. Like one is just 8 pages, and the rest is very voluminous. So depending on time, we go with the minimum one. So maybe after this session, I will send both the link to the slide to us. Now, when we talk about the importance of brand storytelling in today's marketing landscape, is that from your analogy or illustration about many of us just, or many brand, many SME, we just do, some people we post, I never shop, come and patronize me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Exactly.
I don't show, come and patronize me. And funnily is that, suppose it was around 2019, 2018, those gimmicks usually, because SME is not as many as this then. I remember you can easily learn correct draw without even any level of perfection. You can easily post, and people will message you for logo because 3D logo mockup is not as common as this then.
Yes, sir.
So it's another ball game now, because we are at the era that there is multiplication in exponential rate of businesses, of SME, of people doing what you are doing. And Nigeria, for instance, nobody is trying to do a unique business. If they see you are selling shoe and you have one or two money, they don't want to care how you go about your business. The only is just that business is profitable, they will actually venture into it. If you are into any business, you will see a lot of people just copy you lying and direct. So it make it a competitive market. It's now like a market that maybe a market that in the past a decade ago, there's just like even in the whole of Nigeria, there's just like 1,000 players. It's like there is tens of millions of players now at this time. So that is the reason why we must look at the concept of storytelling, because I can't imagine like I have a background in affiliate marketing. I have a background in marketing generally. 2019, the academy I joined then, I'm the best student of the year for the February edition. And I actually did some thousands of dollars. And one of the things we were taught is that, or one of the things I learned from affiliate marketing is to all what we were taught, ability to apply it to my own personal brand, which made me to stand out. Because if you are going to actually sell in a crowded market, you need to be distinguished. You need to be unique. If you are just doing what others do, okay, just imagine you open your WhatsApp and 100 people are actually posting, I've not eaten, come and patronize me. It doesn't make any sense because unfortunately, it's as if they all belong to the same WhatsApp group. They will just post a screenshot
of
uh,
the same thing.
of the same thing, like I've not eaten no patronize man. Everybody will just post it like that. You are not unique. Now, actually, when we talk about storytelling, is an instrument or a concept that can make you stand out of the crowd. And some people just post patronize me, and some people just put I'm selling shoe 4,000 naira. Buy, I'm selling shoe. I ask how much are you selling your shoe? The lady just said 40 something thousand naira. And this shoe, there's nothing special about it. There's no packaging. If you enter any shop, you will actually get it for, I mean, same quality for like 20,000, 16K. And she's selling her own at exorbitant price, but without any level of packaging or anything. So, and many people will complain, I'm not making sales because you are just doing what the multitude are doing. So, storytelling helps you to be able to stand out among the crowd. That is the first thing I want you to actually take note of that, please. And the second thing is that storytelling helps you to build a kind of a relationship or trust with your audience. It helps you to establish trust and loyalty with your audience. And it helps you to be able to engage your target audience. You know, it's not just like you are shooting at the moon. You won't hit your target because the moon is far. Or you are aiming at multiple targets at the same time. You can't even estimate your growth. But storytelling helps you to build a trustworthy or a trust kind of relationship with your audience. Just imagine Orabi, if you use that toothpaste. For some
Yeah.
of us, I will never use any other toothpaste. And if you look at majority of Nigeria brand, like Milo, like Picnic, they've been able to create over the year, decades upon decades, they have actually carved out a niche for themselves. If I tell you, even in Nigeria, as of today, there are like hundreds of other brands apart from Milo and Picnic. You won't believe there are over 200. But you won't believe because Milo, Picnic have been able to distinguish themselves from the crowd. They have been able to stand out from the crowd. And it helps you to, people will know that you're authentic. You know, I've seen people actually selling egg, egg, and they are making millions from the egg just because of branding. And it's not just any branding, they are able to tell a story with their product. They are able to narrate, build a relationship, and actually stood out among the crowd with their products. This helps you to be distinguished with numerous competitors like you. I don't know, maybe I do justice to the question.
Yes, sir. The other thing I would like you to expatiate very well is what storytelling exactly is. because okay, I have people here sitting before me, and I think I will be speaking for them if I'm saying that we need to define what storytelling, what the impact of it, or how should I say it now, how it affects each brand, or how it affects. Yeah, let's say there is someone here, or let me look at one of the businesses sitting before me. Let's say there is someone who is into fashion now, a brand, an industry, a fashion industry now. So let's say, how does storytelling affect this kind of a person, or a person selling chicken? How does brand storytelling affect this kind of person that we are talking about?
Awesome, awesome. So I have some tailors I believe in my own time though, in my hometown. Maybe if you still give them clothes, they will still take 2,000 naira from you. But I have a tailor, if you give him up and down, even in a secondary city like Ogumosho where I am, it will charge you 30K. And meanwhile, it's not about the duration it will take them to deliver the result. In fact, they might deliver the same level of results and the same quality, but one have been able to actually create a value around this brand through storytelling. A majority of the people any less, they just know the business. Like they know how to sew clothes, but they don't know anything about branding. They don't know anything about telling story using their products. And like someone selling chicken also, it's just a typical. I actually done that before. You can sell chicken just like every other person does. And I have friends who actually rear chicken, and it make a lot of sense around this festive period, like 2 or 3 years ago, just because of he's able to distinguish himself out from the crowd. Then I'm going to answer that. Storytelling in this concept is you not just doing direct selling. Direct selling is called marketing. Direct selling is I post my product with price and I ask you to patronize me either using copywriting or either begging. That is what is called direct selling, right?
Yes, sir.
Storytelling, it actually uses narrative, stories, events to actually communicate your brand value, mission, and vision. Like it actually communicates what your product is all about, what your product can do, and what the benefit they are going to receive if they patronize you. Just imagine these people Nike shoe. One of their storytelling is that they have this slogan, just do it. They begin to they are not approaching their audience or customer from the point of, I want to sell you overpriced sneakers. They are approaching their audience in the place of purpose, like, okay, many of them have actions, they have plans, they have goal, they have been prolonging to take action. All this why, if you see some of their heart, it's just a lot about you taking step, taking action, being productive, being proactive, which include eventually patronizing them. But it's not like they're just putting their product, buy me. Well, I've never shop, I get kicked at home. No, they are doing that strategically using narrative. It's like you are living a fulfilled dream by buying their product because their product motivates you to take action, to take step, to be proactive. That's what they communicate through their storytelling. So brand storytelling is all about using narrative. Imagine I go into farming now, maybe chicken or turkey or any or even farm animal. I won't just go to the typical market and sell because I won't make money. I may go into greenhouse farming or even commercial farming, but I make sure if I'm communicating my brand, I'm not just saying buy my product so that hunger will not kill you. No. For hunger not to kill them, they have multiple options. But okay, this is, for example, I can communicate story of wellness to them. I can communicate story of healthiness, cleanliness to them. How our product is being handled, how it is being carried, how it is being processed, and they see, wow, it's still the same tomato, but I can eventually sell to them at 100K. Just imagine what we do at Killer Technology Limited We are a software agency. The same website they will give to a young guy who just graduated and give him 100K. The same website, we take it for some thousands of dollars. Why? Because we build a name, a brand, a storytelling for ourselves over time, which is based on we are fast paced, meaning that if you ask us to build a fintech for you, we will not tell you wait 6 months like other software agency. No, fast paced. Number two is that we are giving you quality. We are providing experience. We are approaching clients. Okay, you want to do business with us, you want to build a fintech. Number one, we have wide experience in this area, which we do. We are providing experience, and whatsoever you are getting quality service, architectural wise, security wise. The third thing is excellent, which is in that same category. Now imagine that I'm not just telling you I can do. We've left the discussion of we can build websites. We are not just building websites. We are communicating something. Our brand value through storytelling, because over time we've handled client projects both in Nigeria, abroad, UK, in US, Middle East, every time. They've seen the capacity we've been able to develop. So we are actually telling a story by all. Okay, I can't pull it up. There's a client we built a P2P solution for him, and I just saw he posted on his status that they've been able to generate $300,000 just within the period of 6 or 7.
That's a wow.
Yeah, that is amazing. That's around 550 million naira. So we've been able to build. So if I'm going to create P2P for another person now, you can't just come and say, okay, take 2 million naira, I want to build a P2P. We won't take it. Not because we don't need it, but what we have been able to build over time is much more than that in terms of value, in terms of what we have been able to communicate to clients. These people call me, they are experts. They are bringing their experience, they are bringing their quality, they are excellent, and they are building fast pace. Your product will not spend eternity before it come out. So with that, we have been able to communicate a story to our clients. So we are not just targeting every client that all other people are targeting. So
okay, can we say it's safe to say that brand storytelling is all about the consumer rather than the producer now? Because like you said, the problem a lot of brands have is that what we market is ourselves. I do. Like there's this popular thing that these people that sells phone and gadgets that they do now is, if you will see it on all statuses, I sell, I buy, I swap. It's all about I. So I feel like now we don't have a reason. We don't give them a reason for them to see the need to buy. You are selling a shoe for 40,000. So why do you need presently? I need a shoe of 40,000. Why do you need? Why do you think presently I need a chicken of 500,000? Why do you think so? From unless I may be wrong, that's why I'm saying this, so that for the audience. So I'm trying to say, I think, okay, what you have been saying here is that brand storytelling is more about exposing to the consumers what they need rather than what we are giving them, so that we are not consumed by our aim to get money. We are just marketing ourselves. But like you used as an example of a farmer now, so bringing to them how to be healthy now is about them being healthy, so they will rather see a reason to buy from you because you are educating them on health. So they see that for you to be telling me what I need to be hygienic now, you must be very good at what you do, so let me patronize you. So I think that is what like we can say brand storytelling, maybe we can say that is about the consumer. I mean, marketing the consumer, telling them about them rather than telling them about us.
Awesome. So, because of time, storytelling, just like you said, it's all about you telling a reason or narrating a why, the benefits that the consumer is going to receive from your product, like the solution that your product actually solves. Not just like, I said it has actually lived the stage of we do, with software. Anybody can create software. But it now comes to the point of you are telling them, okay, just imagine you can start a farming company, and those people you are targeting will be like those people who have diabetes, who have high cholesterol, and your product is just normal plants, normal farm produce they can get in their local market. But
Yes.
now you've created a story that you want to help them to live healthy without drug. Organically, you want to help them to craft their menu, what they should consume that will reduce all those stuff, and that will help them to quickly heal up. You know, that's another bargain that someone that will just say, okay, buy this drug, it cures.
Yeah. Well, that's correct.
So, and also when it comes to selling, you don't just sell because you want to sell. There are reasons, and your audience also matters. It's all about your audience, not about you first. When you serve your audience effectively, they will patronize you. If you are selling to a man, there's an emotional psychology that appeals to men. If you are selling to a woman, there are emotional psychology that actually applies to them, and different age brackets too. So their emotion. Brand storytelling now is all about meeting your audience need through
Meeting your audience need.
that appeal to their emotion. Yeah, I believe that do justice at least.
Can you repeat that statement again for proper comprehension, sir?
Okay, brand storytelling is all about meeting your audience what your audience need. Number one is giving them the reason why they should actually patronize you. So, and another thing is that we are reaching their need by actually creating a story that appeal to their emotion. Should I shock you?
Yes,
There
sir.
is much money in Nigeria, but you know you can't just go and meet people to be giving you money. You are automatically a beggar. But if you can create
Yes,
a
sir.
or start a business that can create another smartwatch, it's already dead on arrival. Unless you are able to craft a narration, a story behind the why that can actually appeal to the emotion of your audience, invariably actually meeting and solving their need. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. I think that explains or that solves the problem now. So it's all about solving people's needs. So not being engrossed by making money that you forget that is about these people. So that we show them that we care, and in turn they will actually patronize us. So let's go to the second aspect of this, which is crafting compelling narratives now. So what are the key elements of crafting a narrative, a compelling narrative in brand storytelling? The key elements, what are those important things to note that in crafting compelling, what our audience will see, that they will actually have a glimpse, or they will feel like they are involved in this brand?
All right. I will start with a quote. The quote is that when you attach a reason or a purpose to something, there's no limit to how far you can go. So part of the key elements, number one is being authentic, like be original. You want to be authentic, you want to be genuine, you want to be original. You don't want to, we are in an era that it's easy to Photoshop results, it's easy to duplicate, especially if you deal with forex trader, crypto trader, and some other traders.
A lot of people now, they are creative now, not creative. It is thief that is behind that creative. So
yeah, a lot of people will Photoshop results, they will Photoshop what they don't have, they will speak so much on what they cannot deliver. One of the things you want to be able to do is to be authentic. Like, number one, be original. Like, be original, be authentic. Like, be yourself. Don't go and make the promise what you can do. Okay, you say your product cure all sickness. Even you cannot tell me that his product cure all my needs, because it can't. Human want or need, they are insatiable.
It's the same paracetamol can cure everything.
Yes, like paracetamol can cure cancer, can cure. People already know that you are fake. You already know you are trying to extort them of their money. Any brand narrative you are going to drive make it authentic.
Mm.
Make it authentic. And part of authenticity is that make it relatable. Relatability. Not that, okay, some of our people, they want to buy investing book. They went to buy maybe this guy that writes Rich Dad, Robert Kiyosaki.
Yes,
Book.
that's interesting. I
I'm
read
telling
that.
you, most of those concepts are not applicable to our economy in Nigeria.
Mm.
They are not. Because we have different economy, we have different culture. You don't just go and create a brand narrative that nobody is going to relate with it here in Nigeria. Understand your culture, understand your audience, understand even what appeal to your people, to your audience. It must be relatable. Just imagine you are selling a product, or you want to be monitor. You are a secondary school student and you want to start selling helicopter. It automatically means that majority of those people you are targeting and that will be seeing your heart, they won't part. I mean, 99.9% of them won't patronize you because it's not relatable.
They cannot relate.
You are providing a solution that they don't have problem for.
Solution that
Solution that there's no problem, it will solve. It's only you must be able to address challenges or experiences that resonate with the audience, making the narrative more engaging. And number two is that you want to share struggle, how they were overcome, creating a compelling story arc that captivate the audience. Just like, for example, now you see some of these Milo Bonvita. How do you think they're able to sustain relevant even for generation? I mean, decade though. Some of them, if you hear how many years, or Coca-Cola, these are global brand. Coca-Cola has been, for over 50 years across the world. Despite many people say it's bad, is this. If you know how many bottles, millions of bottles they are selling every day. Why? You will see some of the ad will be like for Milo, they will show a kid. The kid is weak. After take Milo, the kid will not be high and brilliant. He will not be able to run.
relatable. Everybody will want to participate in that kind of experience. So
Yes.
they honestly try to buy that Milo in a bid to experience that kind of action.
Seriously. I mean, why many people are passing through struggle. Their kid is fragile, their kid is thin. And Milo is selling a dream that when you buy this product, your kid is going to be chubby, healthy, look like all those child models and all of that. And some other people will like there's a time Coca-Cola during World Cup, or is it Coca-Cola? Some of those drink, they are playing football and nothing is working until you take a bottle of Coca-Cola and automatically it just turned to Gigi Okusha and was doing a lot of they are trying to create like struggles. They are trying to share a struggle and now you can overcome it. Just like imagine you are selling shoe. Now I have only one single black cover shoe, typical black cover shoe, and I gave it out. It's costly. Reason being that whenever I wear it, my leg normally pain me. And why I go use my money go buy suffering? You can begin, maybe you are building shoe, you can begin to talk about comfortability, how leg care, feet care, how it will not damage their posture, how some shoes reshape their bones, their feet bones, and all of that. People will be saying, so my fingernails, so my feet that were paining me, aching me as a result of my footwear. You're already solving beyond, you are just doing direct selling for them. You are sharing a struggle and you are providing solution on how to solve the problem.
Sorry to cut you in, sir, but I'm trying to just chip in so that the audience will be able to be carried along. So what I got from here again is that naturally we humans tend to assets, no liabilities. So we tend to people who solve our problems. So let's say this person, this particular Mr. A, just posted on his status that, do you know who is actually a bag designer? So, and said, do you know that in order to keep your bag from peeling, so these are the things you have to be applying to the bags. And if you get your bag from somewhere, you know what he or she is trying to do is that he's trying to tell them how to care for their belongings now. And he's not actually trying to market his own stuffs, his own products. But eventually, we will see that people tend to, you solved my problem. My bag was peeling. You are the one that gave me a solution from it. So I don't see any reason to be buying from outside. I think I should be buying from you. So you were not actually marketing yourself. You are trying to give them a solution to a problem. So in turn, they saw you as a problem solver. So they tend to your own position every time. So I think I can relate to these things that you are trying to say. So sorry to cut you in, sir.
No problem. That's amazing. When you solve people problem, they tend to open their purse to you. I know about a case study. There's a man called Joseph in the Bible. There's a time the king dreamt, and nobody, all the astrologer, the professor, nobody can interpret it. And the young guy now come and he interprets everything, and he now gives solution. Look, he gives solution to Pharaoh just to buttress what he said. He told Pharaoh, this and this and this is what is going to happen. This and this and this are what you can do. Then he now told Pharaoh, choose one wise person to supervise the whole thing.
What's the problem? Now you're not saying to choose.
Now, wow. In this kingdom, you are the only one who can provide the solution. And you are not saying I should go and look for which person am I looking for? You are the person there. So it's so sweet. When you are not doing direct selling to people, they see you as genuine.
When you are not doing direct selling to people, they see you as genuine.
Just like you use back pain, many people are having that issue. You might not even be selling the solution separately. It might just be when you get your bag from this store, you are going to get that here as a gift. Imagine, they want to patronize you, they want to tell you, where can we get it? Where can I buy it? I have a similar problem. How do you solve your own? Something
exactly.
So instead of just doing direct selling, and also the last one would be to appeal to emotion. Infuse the narrative with feeling that resonates, using personal experiences and cultural values to forge deeper connection. Be able, just like Ogbomoso now is known as a town of bravery, right? So, for example, if you want to sell a product, you might create a narrative about being brave. Many people will resonate with it. They want to be brave. You can appeal to that emotion of ego, pride. You know, they want to be seen as brave. You know, the easiest people to say to is married men because of ego. Yeah, because of ego. Yeah, I think that answered that.
Yes, sir. All right, so I think I will speak for the audience if I say that, okay, we are enjoying this session, or I should throw it out. I mean, there are people before me now, or along the line, maybe there's something that is not clear. So I'm talking to the audience now. So if you feel like there's not something that is not properly addressed, I think you can be open right here, right now, so that, okay, we can go over these stuffs again. So is there any question so far or any controversy? All right, I think there is none. So let me take the second question on this aspect now. So how can brands create an emotional connection with their audience through storytelling? I mean, how can you make it to, you know, I think, let me speak for myself now, that there are sometimes that I have bought something from a particular seller, because while I was reading that breakdown of what they are selling or the way they packaged it, I feel kind of emotionally attached that, wow, it suddenly looked as part of my life, like this thing is something I need. Like, let me use wristwatch for an example now. Let's say a wristwatch company can actually compel a story that when you are watching, they just said that they just created a story about time. Time is money. Time is, you just saw that advert. Time is money. Time is everything. In everything you lose, don't lose your time. When you lose your time, you've lost everything. And they just display that wristwatch. Boom. I just saw it, sir. And that particular moment, you were trying to check what the time is. You could not find any. And I can say for people that 90% of the people, as at that day, will make sure they get a wristwatch or they get a wall clock. So because that thing brought them into part of that branch that says that you need time and you don't know what time it is. So how can we, a brand now, how can a brand kind of create an emotional connection through storytelling with their audience?
Awesome. Now, before we go into reading this, I will use an analogy also because it's proven true that oftentimes that people relate with analogies and example much more than you just spilling out theories or definitions. For example, if I want to go into real estate, I'm not just going to be posting, come and buy my land. It's in not cake selling area. The next year, Tango Day Refinery will be coming there. Did I say I want to live beside refinery? I will not just go through that route. I will not just say, hey, come and buy my land. It will double. No. I will try to what? Number one, I like personal experiences. Then I will tap into shared cultural value. For example, I might come and meet you and I begin to inspire you about ownership. Like, land is one of the best things
just to make that person become so himself.
Land banking or ownership, becoming aware that you truly possess nothing. If you are living in rent house, you don't own the land. They can drive you anytime, anyhow. That your share of the starts from you owning a piece of land.
Excuse me, sir. I think so that for the sake of for relatability now, and for the sake of the audience sitting, so I would like us to, in our examples, so there are brands and businesses sitting before me that are registered. So I asked for them to input what their industry is. So I think okay, we should go with picking these industries one by one. As if you need to cite an example, I think maybe we should use one of these industries.
Help me copy them in the chat.
Okay, all right. All right, I'll send it to you now.
So let me finish my analogy. So if I want to do that, there's how I'm going to come in a way that, not because I'm fake. The first rule is be genuine. I'm genuine. I want my friend or my friend to possess land, to have a form of ownership, to secure a form of wealth. And I will even be teaching them how to save up, to buy land. I'll be teaching them the benefit of land, what they can do with their land, even if they don't want to build a house and all of that. So I don't know if you dropped that.
Yeah, I'm trying to send it now.
So I think if I get a brand, or you can just mention one, so we can use that as a sample.
All right, let's use someone into catering services now.
I'm missing someone into catering service. It's funny that they say cake you are going to buy for 2,000 naira. Someone we actually charge 200,000. Funnily, yours might be sweeter and good looking than that one. Because number one, when it comes to cake generally, especially, it have a lot of emotional side. If you know how to master storytelling, creating emotional connection, you will not lack. Because now you are not just saying they should patronize you to, you are telling them, okay, they want to do birthday of their child. You are all about them creating a lasting memories. I don't know if you are with me, if they can still hear me. You are all about them creating a lasting memory with their child. Their child will not be one forever, and that age cannot be repeated. There's how unfortunately cake has a lot of emotional side, because majority of those events are emotional. When someone dies, they're emotional. There's how you can appeal to wow, maybe a mother. You can look at wow, the benefit of motherhood and all of those things. You are going to collect their money even while they are crying. That one is for sure. Or for wedding, you can situate your company as a result of creating lasting memories. Then you can add some powerful narrative to it, then you can be able to add some little stuff that others are not going to be doing with it. It might be a simple additions with it. It might be a simple, maybe you just everyone that actually bought a cake or buy a cake from you, you can give them shout out on all social media. You can write about them. I mean, there are just a lot of additional things you can do. That meanwhile, the majority of them, with time, you will go in that stuff, right? You might now have audience that on a good day, you don't post for people anyhow. You only post for your clients. How many people are seeking for attention? Especially all those events I've mentioned. Some people see their children, birthday on your wall. It might be like if they buy cake from you, you are actually bringing cameraman with them. You can. It can be like when they buy even the camera you take, you put it on a website. There are just little details that it will be wow. So you are not just selling cake as cake now. You are selling cake with something, creating lasting memory.
It can just go with, maybe it just goes with something that that will just spark up an emotion that it was when I got this cake, or it was when I bought this so that I got this thing. So that thing is creating memories. What were we doing that time? Okay, we were doing a birthday, we were doing it. So it creates memories. So the more they remember these memories, the more they remember the brands too. So we have successfully attached ourselves to a memory now, which make it easier for them to remember. So it's not it won't be easier for them to forget that same brand that created a lasting memory for them. So I think I can say that about what you have said just now, sir.
And funnily, do you know the funniest thing is that if you're able to successfully create memory, like beautiful memory through your cake with one person, there's a competition among majority of your audience that will patronize you as a cake seller, right? So they want to, that person where I love that cake. See those people that brought the cake, what they wear. It's just ordinary cake. Maybe like 2 or 3 people brought the cake in. Just small, simple. I love it. Can you give me their contact and all of that? Or I saw your child birthday online. I really love it. Who do you pay to take I didn't pay me. Those people that do the cake. So it's easier for you to get customer also especially through storytelling, which we come to referral if you successfully create emotional connection. Number one, you need to just highlight personal experience. Over time, look at your life, reflect. Some of these things you bought it finished until you know that I don't even actually have a need for this thing.
Exactly. But it looks as though you cannot do without it. As
it actually appealed to you at that time instance and all of that. And you want to use visuals and languages that actually relate with those people. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. So let me recap the how to create emotional connections through storytelling. Number one, highlight personal experiences. I'm not seeing the slide again now. Okay, number 2, tap into shared cultural values. And number 3, utilize relatable visuals and language. So I have sent these the brands to you. And okay, let's go to the second thing now. Is about, okay, if you can share an example of a brand that has successfully crafted a compelling narrative. So let us go through one. Let's just go through one, just one.
We like to look at Indomie.
Okay, sir.
But before we do that, I will also use I will also suggest any brand we've not used as a sample. I'm going to use that too. So,
okay.
Now you can do that. Number one is Indomie. When Indomie first of all came around, a lot of people with Indomie is not our food. It's a foreign food. Like it's not even Southwest food. Majority of us will be in Southwest if I'm right. We don't eat Indomie. When there's amala, when there's inyo, What are you using Indomie to do? And they just believe it causes sickness, it makes you feeble, it makes you just sick and all of that. So I remember that if I say my leg is paining me, my mom will say it's because of the cold water I drink. If I say, all those kind of allusions. So Indomie actually have a problem. They struggle while they came until they're able to create a compelling narrative, which about, if I start now, many of you will know this song. Mama do good, do
That was,
good. They give us.
yes.
Look at how they are now just not selling Indomie directly to you. They are selling that to gardeners with your family. Like how children love. Children don't love it as at that time. No. It is through those ads that children are now loving Indomie.
Exactly.
They actually create, yeah, they create what they want into a system. Before that, they struggle to sell, but they align with Nigeria family value. That's what actually make them to sell, because now they are not just saying someone went to buy Indomie and he buy car. They are not doing all those rubbish. They actually target family, because Nigeria is so big. Africa as a whole is so big on familyhood. Togetherness, and all those children will rally around that mother, Mama do good, oh, do good. And now they are
Yes.
happy and celebrating the woman that gave them Indomie. Now listen, the mother watching those videos, they want their children to be happy.
Like you want to experience that same.
They buy it for their child. And the children watching it and say, oh, okay, they were happy. We're eating it together. They too want to eat Indomie.
You
So
feel like
actually be able to build a relatable storytelling through advertisement, which focus on narrative that highlight the importance of family bonds and shared moments, making the brand a part of everyday life. And some of us also are brand, some of us are brand that transcends, but also if you want to build a brand, you can also position yourself to build a brand that actually last, right? So do you know, okay, this thrift or micro-led services is different from food, right? So
yes.
let me take that as an example, because we had similar thing to do. Like there's how in the next 2 or 3 years you can become big. I don't know that city, maybe in Ibadan, that you are an household name in Ibadan, that typically you can even eventually register in microfinance bank by, you are not, because àwọn alájọpọ̀ you get.
Mm.
You can do your own in such a way that, number one, it can come from the place of ease, from the
Yes.
place of ease means that instead of them going to pay or someone coming to collect every now and then, it can be from their app. It can be like you can also just like get someone to be collecting it, and it will just, you can introduce a lot of, you can reduce the friction. Friction means how hard others are doing it. You can solve it by reducing it, is one. Then secondly, is they can do it from their phone. They can just say, okay, I want to be saving 1,000 every day, or
Mm.
and automatically it will be taken from their account. That is one. You can also create a compelling narrative around financial management. I mean,
Yeah.
financial literacy.
They are
Because
educating them on
majority
means.
of those people that will be doing that will not be, or they might not be so knowledgeable about financial literacy.
Yes.
Whenever you are teaching them how to save money, you are teaching them about financial literacy. They just saw you as their solution provider. You will even be shocked that apart from your company, whenever they have anything that has to do with money issue or how to manage money, you will be the first person they will call.
Yes.
So, and there's other thing too which you can do, that you are building a psychological narration, that they are not seeing you as you want to take their money from them, maybe the interest you take. It can be goal oriented. Your own can be like you are helping them to achieve their goal, achieving your goals, or we help you to achieve your goals. In your middle of someone want to sorry, someone want to build house. Or you can
Yeah.
break everything down step by step, how you can achieve it with that little 5K. 10K, 20K every single week. And the person is seeing progress. So there's how you can create narration. I mean, there are different channels you can even use, because sometimes narration is not static. There's a time we still get to MTN, but there's a time MTN starts. MTN use everywhere you go to drive a narration that even if you're in the village, you are in that hamlet, we'll be there with you everywhere you go. So narration or storytelling too is not static. Sometimes it can be dynamic. You can evolve based on your user need. I mean, there's how you can do this, and you can, when you are doing it, you can partner with NGOs, you can partner with investment banking. I'm telling you, if you have like 1,000 to 10,000 people in your thrift, and they see that is consistent, sustainable, because you put in a system to, that's the place of authenticity lies. You are not just telling them to save their money with you, and at the end of the month they can't find you, they can't find the money. So you have like a traction of 10,000 users. Maybe you build a small app for your thrift. There's no investment bank you will meet, and they will not want to partner with you, giving you the resources you need, the knowledge, the partnership you need to thrive. From there, you can begin to bring those people that do this thing so much, is that they are cooperative society. Go and look at how they really work. With time, when you have enough number of users, enough number of participants in your thrift, you can begin to go and meet bank. You don't have money, you might not have money, but I have users, so I have 10,000 users. They themselves know it's not a shy play, and you can partner with them. Okay, they will give you a grant. Okay, give me a grant of 10 million, and all our user will be using your account number. You can even, okay, you are paying me 1,000 naira or 2,000 naira for every user using your account number through my thrift. I'm telling you, there's a whole lot. When you are reaching 10,000 of that, you can evolve to a microfinance bank. Just look at OPE. Look at Money Point. OPE started all right. Hope you don't forget. They try all food. They try to do multiple stuff until they are able to come to all of. They are doing lending before they are able to touch everything they're able to do. Look at Money Point. Money Point is all about SME, like making life easier for small businesses to accept payment. Hope you know that is what Money Point is all about, until they become a unicorn, meaning that they are a company that has made profit over $1 billion. That is like 1 point something trillion naira, maybe 1.8 trillion naira. So, but look at where they started. They are helping small businesses to succeed, making payment acceptance easy. So your thrift, that's how you can make your thrift easy out. Maybe using app, you can build a mini app for it. Then that's how you can come in the place of financial literacy. Then you are checking on them, you are sending code on how to be wise when it comes to resources and money. You are telling them how to plan their finance. I'm telling you, they will trust you. And once you are able to build trust, you will have number. Because you see Baba Lagbaja will buy keke nape, and they will say, how are you able to you might even have 10 customers from that. So I think that actually answered that. In the
Yes,
case
sir.
of, you just see how they use family to thrive. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I think, okay, let's take 2 more questions because of our time, because there's supposed to be another session outside this. So I
All right.
just to round up by 4. So let's take just 2 more questions. And the first question will be just from the interactive and question and answer. So, which is, how can brands balance the need for storytelling with the need for more direct personal messaging? So how can we balance the need for storytelling and the need for more direct personal, where you relate? There is also a point of being more direct in marketing, and so there are sometimes that, okay, maybe storytelling doesn't go in this way during this particular aspect or time. So how do we balance the need and the need for personal messaging, so that it's not mixed up, and where personal messaging is supposed to do the work, we don't expect storytelling to be active there. So where storytelling is supposed to work, we don't expect us to be the aspect of personal messaging, how they go hand in hand as well, how we can balance both, that both will be running smoothly for the upgrading of the brand.
All right, all right. Which brand we have not used? I think that would be weak, right?
Sir?
Sorry, yeah, I get your question. Now, one of the things you must be able to do is that number one is you must be able to do what we call, you must be able to measure the effectiveness of your storytelling, right? You must be able to measure them. So, and there are metrics you are going to look at. And also, don't forget, storytelling is not an end in itself. That's where direct selling or direct messages come. Is to the end of what? Direct selling. But you are not just starting with direct selling. It's just like all the analogies we've made, footwear care, you are posting that, you are showing. I have a veterinary doctor that normally posts how rabies is bad and all of that. You know, the end is that people reversing their dog, and a lot of people patronizing. So after you do all your storytelling, make sure you are able to close sales by engaging in direct selling. Like, okay, you like the bag analogy you made. They say, okay, you've done everything, you now post the products, you post your content, you put where call to action is there, everything, the price is there. That is direct selling.
Yes, exactly.
And also, sometimes you might need to message people, DM them. Okay, my friend, and I noticed, so then your bag normally peel. Are you still experiencing that? I'm experiencing it too. I don't even know what to use. Oh, but I know of a solution for you. This something is just 5K and it's very good. I've used it and it works. You've closed the sale. So be able to anything you are doing, if you can be able to measure it. And one of the major metrics you can use is also sales. Storytelling is meant to lead to sales, to direct selling. Make sure that you don't just waste that moment. It's a moment. You create a moment of attraction. People emotion, they are waiting. And you now say, that is then for today. See you another time. See you another time, okay?
It should be the conversion rate.
Yeah, you must be able to measure engagement rate. How are they engaging your storytelling? Now, sometimes if I post something on my status, I may not continue until I see some people coming to my DM. They are now engaging me about it. Then I will now continue. It means people are interested in what I want to post. Then you can now look at, take what work, the story you created at work, then compound it, rework it, and scale it up, and improve your brand sentiment altogether. I think that should do because of our time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. So I think that answered the question. So let's just take this one last, and it's not even a very deep question like that. So it's just about let's say, what resources now, or books, articles, or podcasts would you recommend to brands looking to learn more about brand storytelling? So for there will be brands that, okay, I want to learn more about these things. I want to know more about this thing, and I want to be able to scale more, because on my own opinion, I think brand storytelling goes a long way for brands in order to be able to convert their posting to sales. Because that is how we get our audience to feel involved in what we are talking about. So they feel like this thing is part of my life. This is the reason why I need this. So for brands that need to understand more, learn more, so that they can be able to do more, so what would you recommend, sir?
All right. The first thing to do is number one, books. There are story brand book by Donald Miller. There is podcast which they do often by Chris Doe. There's another one with Fuchsia or something. So, and there are a lot of articles that are general resources, right? Then another thing you can do is that some of these resources you still need to apply them to your locality and environment, right? So what you can do is that look at top brand in Nigeria, like 20. Study how they create their content. Study how they create their storytelling. Then adapt it to your usability. That is one. Number two, look at people, brand who has done what you want to just start or what you are just doing, and they have succeeded in it. Study. You know, one of the things we don't know is that observation is also wisdom. You don't get observation is also wisdom. So when you observe long enough, there's a level of wisdom that will be distilled in your heart. There's a level of instruction. Instruction too is also wisdom that you will get by looking at brand. Maybe you are built or you are doing weeks and all of that. Look at people selling week, top 10 week seller. I'm not saying those people that they will sell their body before they want to sell because they want to sell wig. Now you will look at them. Look at how they create their content. Look at how they create their story brand. Then try to use that as a guide, not copy and paste. Understand how it works through that. That is much more practical for you because those people are already in your environment. You won't have the problem of adaptability with it. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you very much, sir, for this session. I think I am speaking for everybody if I say this is a very, very enlightening and educating session. So it's very, very, very wonderful. Even though we couldn't have you here physically, I think I really enjoy even this session also because I think it's even more audible as well. So everybody was able to hear. And thank you very much for taking your time, as time is expensive commodity right now. So thank you very much for giving us your time. We really appreciate you, sir.
Thank you so much for the opportunity, everyone. Thank you. And if you still have personal questions, just get it to him. I will be willing to answer them. Thank you, everyone.
No problem, sir. Thank you very much, sir.